Happy time zone, everyone. Here we got two amazing teams to start off here, Crossfire and Make-A-Wish. My name is Curta, and I'm accompanied here by the lovely Sleepy Soda.
Hello, and welcome everybody. We are now entering TC Sturgeon with Make-A-Wish and Crossfire, both teams racing for mid, trying to get control of mid and the tower as soon as possible.
And coming from a backline player here, I personally love Tower Control Sturgeon, definitely one of my favorites. And it looks like one going down on the two, three, almost a complete wipeout on yellow. I'm not 100% sure what Team Yellow is, but I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out in a moment.
What an incredible start coming out from Team Blue, already pushing this tower towards the first checkpoint. The Viper looking to take control of mid more, probably farming for special before pushing it to the left side. Another two members going down on Team Yellow as Team Blue pushes in further for a bigger push.
Yeah, and that Nautilus just absolutely going ham up in Team Yellow right now. But sadly getting picked off, but doing great defense and on the side of Yellow right now, just pushing away Team Blue, trying to make sure that they do not come up on their ramp, which can be very hard on TC Sturgeon, especially when you get a lot of aggression coming out from that Nautilus.
I believe Crossfire is on Team Yellow and Blue is on Make-A-Wish, as Make-A-Wish continues this push all the way to 44 and not letting up on Crossfire at all, as they are still stuck in their base going into the third minute.
And Make-A-Wish is definitely here preying on that wish and hoping that they can continue this amazing lead and this push, getting it all the way to 43, and it looks like we may have possibly had a communication error.
Indeed. But here we go, entering our next game, Game 2, Clam Blitz, Rhine Water. We have Make-A-Wish on the right side and Crossfire on the left. I believe this is Crossfire in pink and Make-A-Wish that is going to be in green.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it looks like on side of Make-A-Wish, we have, looks like 2 Splatlings, which is definitely an interesting pick with a Nautilus and a ballpoint. But on the side of Crossfire, no backline. Actually, I lied. There is a ballpoint. So I will say my vote is probably going to go on Make-A-Wish right now. With the ballpoint and the Nautilus just being a little bit biased being a Splatling player. But we'll see how this game goes.
And Crossfire coming up with a very strong start, not the same as in Sturgeon. They're here looking for a couple of clams to start making this push and maybe get a first basket open for some points.
Beautiful, beautiful. But it looks like, as we commonly know for Clam Blitz, the first minute is generally just a stalemate, looking for clams, trying to figure out what the heck you're doing, because sometimes you never know where those clams are going to spawn. Even though they are generally pre-generated in the exact same spot every single time, we always panic and looking for clams. That's just how Clam Blitz goes. But here we see on the side of, I believe this is Make-A-Wish, going in, trying to get a first. No, sorry, my apologies. Crossfire going in here, getting 2 down on the side of Make-A-Wish and being the first team to open the clam basket, being able to get that power clam in, and a few follow-up getting the push down to 65.
What an incredible crowd that we saw there at the beginning of the push, managing those 2 picks. But Crossfire, this seems to be the end of their push, that's getting it down to 65, and then 2 members going down. This is now Make-A-Wish's turn to try and take back mid and just assert some dominance before making the push into the enemy's base to try and get some points on the board.
But Make-A-Wish is doing a very nice job right here, getting back control of mid and seeming to get their first push going in here. A beautiful pick. An actual inkjet snipe inkjet battle. That is what you want to see in Comp Splatoon. That was an amazing inkjet on the side of Make-A-Wish right here. You love to see those snipes. And let's see, hopefully if Make-A-Wish will be able to take this lead here. They still have enough time to be able to maybe throw in a couple of clams, but it looks like the time is whittling down with 3 going down, and that is going to be their push. But that inkjet snipe, that's a dozen in my book right there. But we still have more than enough time on the clock to be able to continue this.
What an incredible snipe by that inkjet, as mentioned before. But now this is Make-A-Wish, I believe, holding mid, juggling these balls, as 2 members of Crossfire are currently down, And now, man, two members on Make-A-Wish going down. Just an absolute stalemate into mid, just trying to take control of it and trying to gather some clams before their next push.
And they do have, it looked like 2 power clams on the field, but it looks like sadly they were thrown a little bit too far ahead and got completely obliterated. And no longer have any power clams on the side of either. It looks like either teams don't have any clams except the pitties there. It's always good to leave that pity in the base because you never know when you're going to need it, especially when it comes into overtime. So the teams leaving their pity clams back in the base where they should be is always an amazing play when it comes to clam blitz.
Indeed, but here we see Crossfire going to try and to see if they can get those knockout, and indeed they do with such a dominant just push into the enemy's base, able to get the knockout.
And you love to see it. An absolute domination on the side of Crossfire. But it was still a very good push with Make-A-Wish there. But the thing is with Brine Water, like you mentioned, once you push, see if what comps are going to be coming out from Crossfire and Make-A-Wish here.
Indeed, you know, maybe we should take some notes and see if these players are more confident on Museum than we are. But here we go, currently loading into Grandmaker Museum.
Okay, and it looks like we have Crossfire on orange and Make-A-Wish on blue. And it looks like for the comps here, looks like the Make-A-Wish is still sticking basically the same comp here with the Nautilus ballpoint. So we'll see if the VAC line is able to do a better job than I definitely would on Museum. And Juice coming out on the side of Crossfire here. You love to see Juice and Rain. I personally love Juice and Rainmaker. Just because I feel like it gives me a little bit more confidence boost just to grab that thing and go. And that's definitely what one of the teams should be doing right now with 2 down, grabbing that Rainmaker and going.
Indeed, indeed. This is a great opportunity for Orange to try and make a push, getting blue team 2 down. Now picking up the Rainmaker, trying to get that first pedestal, hopefully. But here's a Slosher trying to make more of an aggressive push, trying to get another pick on the right side as the Rainmaker pushes, does find the pedestal, and now we are stalemate on blue side.
And this, I feel like, is the most difficult spot to get on right now, especially with Museum. Once that team just fully is up on your plat, it is really hard to keep out a good defense and keep that team out. And it seems like Make-A-Wish definitely agrees with that here as we see them trying to get Crossfire out of their base here. But it seems like they did a pretty good job on their defense, got them all off their plat, and now are making a push of their own. Looking at that first checkpoint, they are juiced up, they are ready to go, and they're saying, we're going to try and get this first check.
Indeed. Just trying to make some room on Crossfire's plat right now as both 2 members, one from each side, go down. Now it is a 3v3 as Make-A-Wish is trying to find their way onto this plat to try and get this first check. Trizuka's coming out, trying to get that Rainmaker. Unable to get anything, though, as Make-A-Wish is just stalling out time just so they can finally get up to that pedestal.
And it seems like they, at this point, 2 going down on the side of Crossfire. Make-A-Wish really does need to try and get that first check here. Oh, a beautiful pick on the Rainmaker there. He really held forward and said, I'm going to get that guy, I'm going to get that guy. And they definitely got that guy. So now we have all 4 members up on the side here, but Crossfire is doing a beautiful job just stalling out the Rainmaker, not letting Make-A-Wish really get that first check, which is beautiful in regards to having them just completely lock them out, mainly with their specials. They've had beautiful special coordination that I've noticed, with one popping one special at a time and then just casually weeding them out and unable to let them push in. Something that we should definitely be taking notes on.
But 2 members, now 3 members of Crossfire going down. They're going to be wanting to take that defensive position as Make-A-Wish are going to try and get this podium once again. This time actually be able to get it almost. I take my words back. The Jet finding the pick on the Rainmaker as 2 members of Make-A-Wish go down. This Viper just trying to hold mid with the ball point, but Crossfire is just pushing up with such a dominant just presence just trying to take back mid and stop Make-A-Wish from getting any more attempts of pushing for that first jet.
So true, and we love to see the aggression here with the Wiper. Even though they are a little bit pushed back, they really are not letting the enemy team take mid and being able to push in due to that, due to the missiles. You know, with the new Wiper coming in with missiles, even though it isn't Splatoon 2, missile spam, you know, missiles are still something that you'd love to see and can still hold control even without being in that area themselves. You being a Wiper player, I feel like you know a little bit more about the missile Wiper than I would, but you generally tend to like the Wiper with Stamper a little bit more.
I do, but 3 members on Crossfire going down. This is looking like a great time for Make-A-Wish to just capitalize on all these picks and try and take lead, but unfortunately the Rainmaker does go down as 2 members of Make-A-Wish end up falling. Can Crossfire hold this defense and maybe get this Rainmaker off the plat? Indeed they do, just in case anyone tries to take the Rainmaker for a regular push.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful pick on the side of Crossfire there. Even though they were just 2 down and one of their teammates was down, it's really good to get that Rainmaker just dropped off your plat, because anyone at any time can just grab that and go. And that's the thing with Rainmaker, you know, like I mentioned, just grab it and go. So we still got 15 seconds left on the clock and 3 going down on the side of Crossfire. This might be an amazing opportunity to make a wish, pray, and then it's over.
But Crossfire holding that dominant and just incredible defense throughout the entire game, truly just showing that they're here to win it. Even though, you know, it was a rough start at the beginning, but man, what an incredible finish going 3-0 against Make-A-Wish.
So true. Both